Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. You look at the Saints defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nance. Down the left sideline. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get it. He's over for a touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Travis Jones makes a tackle. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Abanikanda once again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Right back to Njoku. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Nance, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Cowboys at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 10.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Up the middle they go. Nance, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Going right back to Ferguson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation. I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20. Right?
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. Now it's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. There's Chris Olave. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And from the gun, here's Abanikanda. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Fluck. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On third down, Nance. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go with a keeper. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This one taken in by Olave. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. Hard running at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw again. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Let go.
Olave motioning to the left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
That is caught. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Another try for Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. of the gun. They'll look to throw.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
This is 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
They'll run on 1st down. Nance. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's got Jordan complete right side. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds, and maybe a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the